Good morning, everyone. Today we are going to continue with the first chapter, which I told you yesterday, the portrait of lady. In this story, the narrator is portraying the character of his grandmother. When narrator was a small kid, he observed his grandmother as a terribly old lady, with her face being crisscrossed with wrinkles. It was difficult for the narrator to believe that his grandmother was someday a beautiful lady. It means she appeared as if she is very old. He used to listen that people used to say that she was young, the people who had been with her in her young age. So how he projected his grandmother, that she was flat, she was fat, she was bent, she had a stoop at her back, and she used to support her stoop with her one hand, and in the other hand she used to tell the rosary beads. With the other hand, she used to tell the rosary beads. She used to be in the spotless white sari with silver locks. Silver locks are her hair. Why being silver? Because all were white. So that white is being given an adjective, that's silver. And here the narrator, he tells about his grandfather also, whose portrait was being hung up at the near the mantelpiece. Grandfather had always been as old as he looked. He had a long beard, he used to wear long, loose clothes, and always appeared that he was only a grandfather. He could never had children. Means the person who was hung up in a portrait seemed that he is so old, he is terribly old. That is why he said that he can never have children, or he could never had wife, but the person could have only the grandchildren. So this was a description of grandparents which the narrator has given. So the chapter is being divided into 3 parts. The first part, when narrator was a kid and he was staying with his grandmother at his parents at the village, when his parents had gone to city to settle their lives for some work, so as they could settle properly. So the narrator explains that she was pretty, she was beautiful and not pretty grandmother. She was very graceful, she was beautiful as winters are in the landscape. A winter landscape is beautiful, that in winters the landscape turns beautified. Whenever we go to, why he says that she is beautiful and not pretty? Because whenever you see some scenic beauty, when you feel internally, when you feel that things are eternally beautiful, things are eternally appearing to you, you always say beautiful, you never say pretty. So being beautiful is eternally when the beauty reveals. Means she was beautiful inside rather than beautiful outside. That means physically she was not beautiful, but being so, she was soulful. She had that dearth in her, she had that compassion that he could quote her as a beautiful lady. She was graceful. Then he explains his friendly relationship with his grandmother. His grandmother used to take him to the school, and she herself used to study the sculptures and the scriptures, because the temple was nearby the school. When she used to wake him up, she used to speak those inaudible prayers, so as she used to murmur those prayers, so as the child could learn them. And he said that he listened to those prayers because he loved her voice. उनको अपनी दादी की आवाज़ बहुत पसंद थी. It's not the prayer, that is why he was listening. What she used to do, she used to bake the stale chapatis, she used to dress him for the school, she used to bathe him, and used to plaster his slate, prepare an ink pot and a pen so that the child could go and learn. Whenever going to school, she used to carry some stale chapatis so as both of them could feed to the street dogs who were near the temple. So the entire day the child was studying in the school about the God, about the godly things, about the spiritualism. So this was being liked by grandmother, that his child is being spiritually brought up. Her child is being spiritually brought up, and both of them used to come back together. And while coming back, the dogs used to follow them. This is how they used to spend their time in village. Right? Well, we'll be doing this part only. Please read the chapter part 1 and part 2. These two things, this part is being covered in first and second part. Go through it. We'll be continuing tomorrow. In case of any doubts, you can please ask and prepare the notes synopsis of this part. Thank you.